Hey YouTube. So Beardo got a couple packages from Gear Pack and he wanted to go over those with you. So let's take a look and see what he's got.
Alright, so I've been looking for something because I fell down the YouTube wormhole a couple of times and found stuff like Warrior Box 10 in the States and couldn't find anything like that here in Canada. So, much to my surprise, I found a company, Gear Pack, and they're based out west, out in BC, I believe, yeah, Surrey, BC, and I placed an order. So my first order, this box was for September. This is their September box. You pay for your subscription. They do a box every month. And my September box showed up. I paid $55 for it on a special. And when I got it, I was pretty happy. So when I open it up, there's some goodies inside. And I like goodies. So let's go through the list here first. This is what I got. You see here, it's I don't know if you can see it on the YouTube world, but it's basic box, basic plus box, or advanced box. So I got the basic plus box because I always like to have a nice tactical folding knife with me. They guarantee that what you pay for your subscription is going to be less than what the box is worth. So again, for this one I paid $55 on special, and you see here for the basic plus box it was $87.32. And it's got the breakdown of the value of everything that came in the box, like the Wilderness Survival Blanket for $12. The Rothko, the Survival Guide was $12. The Rothko Survival Blanket was $4. There's two can openers here, a P38 and a P51. They're $1.39, $1.79 a piece. A UST pocket stove for $7, $6.99. Fuel tabs for $4.99, and then a nice CRKT eating tool for $12.99. And then the knife I got with this package is a K-Bar Warthog folding knife with a $44.19 value. So, here's a survival blanket. We're going to give that a try tonight while we're out in the bush. We're staying out in our Hennessy hammocks, and I'm going to use this as a layer underneath the hammock so my body isn't bleeding heat out the bottom and the compressed insulation in my sleeping bag, and we'll see how that goes. Fuel tabs, we'll give the fuel tabs in this little pocket stove a go and see what we think of that. These take a little while to boil, but it's a nice thing to throw in your pack if you're going into the woods for a day or something. You just want to have a brew up. So it just pops open. There's some of the fuel tabs I took out of there already. And start your fuel tabs, sit your pot or whatnot on top. So we're going to give that a go and see what we think of that. We've already seen the fuel tabs, so I'm not going to get into them. Here's the can openers. These are, this is a Canadian style can opener. I used one of these when I was in the military. And I believe this one might be that's the American style can opener. I brought a can of beans because who doesn't want beans when you're in the woods, but also to see just how well those can openers are going to work. There's the CRKT eating tool. That's what I'll be using while I'm here. As you can see, it's got some wrenches on it, a bottle opener on it, and it's a spork in itself. So I'm going to use that as well and see what I think of it. Oh, it's also got the tip of it can also be used for screwdriver and for pry, and metric wrenches, like I already said. And there's the survival guide. It's nice and it's laminated. You can take this and throw it in your pack, not worry about getting it wet. A little bit of first aid, a little bit of shelter stuff, things that are going to cut a little bit of track identification and celestial identification, things that are going to help you out if you're lost in the woods and you just start having a brain fart. So always good, no matter how experienced you are, to have something like that around. And then the piece de resistance, my favorite, the K-Bar Warthog folding knife. I've actually been using this knife as my everyday carry, and I love it. It's a really good knife. It keeps a good edge. It's not too big in my pocket, and who doesn't like a K-Bar? The other thing that it comes with, that I don't know if they intentionally did it or not, but we're going to use it today, this stuff. This bird's nest stuff that's meant for the packing, but we're using it for tinder today. So all their boxes come with this stuff, and yeah, it's pretty valuable. So that's the September box. Now we're going to move on to the October box. So here's October's box. This is what kind of prompted me to do a little bit of review. There was a little bit of inconsistency with the company. As you can see, the box is bigger, but there's much less inside of it for October. Still lots of tinder. We'll get into the list inside here in a second. I ordered this box and it came in without any label saying Gear Pack on it. Maybe not a big deal, but you know, it's one of those customer care things that just kind of goes the extra little thing that goes the extra mile. So this box was renewed my subscription in early October, and I wasn't seeing it, and it was charged to my credit card. This one was not on special. This one was 68 bucks and change with the shipping and the cost of the box. So I contacted Gear Pack to find out where my box was, and they said they would be shipping out soon. The label the company printed on the 26th of October through Canada Post. They dropped the package off to Canada Post on the 29th of October, and by the 30th of October, Canada Post shipped it. I didn't receive this box until the 7th of November, and this is my October box. If you're paying for an October box, you probably should be receiving your items in October. So, as you can see, it's pretty light inside. Here's the identification card that says what's in it again. Basic box, Basic Plus, Advanced, and there's even one on here that wasn't on the other one, Ultimate. So the basic box, and it says Box 2 Water, has a Frontier straw in it. Let me find that Frontier straw. Frontier Survival straw. It says it's good for 30 gallons, and actually also says that it filters out a lot of contaminants, like well, I'm going to mess it up. Cryptosporidium, Giardia, and biotoxins, and microcystin. So we're gonna give this a try. See what we think of this. Came with this Rothko aluminum canteen can. It's pretty light, and I'm regretting my decision not to take my old military canteen can out with me today, but we'll see what happens when we put that on the stove. It also came with water purification tabs, which are always good to have. You can't go wrong. You should always have these in your kit. There's only a few tabs in this, and we'll go through the prices here as well. The Frontier straw is a value of 15 bucks. The aluminum canteen can is a value of 8 bucks, and then the Aqua tabs is another value of 15 bucks again. So there's probably about 20 of them in here. 50. Oh yeah, it says there's 50 of them in here. Yeah, there's a couple in each one. So there's 50 tabs in here, so that's always good to have, and they're nice and small and compacted down. This came also, this Datrex emergency drinking water. I feel like all they did was throw a sample of something in here to see if I was interested in buying more. You can get this Datrex water from other companies that sell long-term storage food and water, but these packages, I left it inside of the little plastic pouch that it came in, because these rupture very easily, and one of the suggestions is that you keep it in your vehicle for emergency use. Well, I'm afraid here in Canada, coming on winter, it's probably going to freeze. And finally, and that was a 69-cent value. Finally, the Kershaw Own It Knife Pack is the other thing that I got. I've already pre-cut this thing open, because everybody knows these packages are a pain in the butt. And what comes in this is a Kershaw multi-tool. Let me just get everything out of here. A Kershaw multi-tool with a cord cutter, screwdriver, oxygen tank, wrench, and a bottle opener. So, not a bad little thing to have. Doesn't take up much room in your pocket. I'll use that for this trip for cutting cordage. Also comes with this little flashlight, little LED flashlight with the batteries already in it. We'll see how that works tonight. this nifty little souvenir Kershaw Own It dog tag on a black chain. I'm probably going to use that chain to put the multi-tool on. And finally, a Kershaw assist opening knife. So it's a nice knife. It's got a nice edge on it. We're going to see if it holds that edge. It should. Kershaw's not a bad name, but I don't know. It's pretty heavy, so I don't know if this is going to replace my K-bar as my everyday carry knife. But we'll get back to you. So this pack for October I was pretty disappointed in because it was pretty light. It was $68, and the value of my pack, it says, is $78.66. I saved $10. That's the cost of my gas to drive into town to go pick up some of this stuff. The other thing I'm finding is for any experienced bushcrafters or woodsmen, if you're going to buy one of these packs, you're going to have to get into the more expensive packs like the Advanced that's got a bladder. For this one, it would have had a bladder pack, a Virosac water bottle, a shemagh like the scarves we wore in Afghanistan, K-ring with carabiner and paracord, and then the ultimate pack has the M-Tech Extreme Combat knife in it, which is a $65 value just for the knife, and the entire box would have been the $208 value. A lot of this stuff I already have myself because just like Martin here, I've been doing this for a while, so maybe not bad for someone who's just getting into bushcrafting and getting into the woods and hunting. Not really geared for someone who's been at it for a while, so this one left me kind of disappointed. I don't think I'm going to get any more of them. Maybe I'll just pay attention to their site and what's in the future boxes by looking back and see what they're giving people in the previous months. But yeah, there you have it. That's my review of the GearPack gearboxes. We're going to get on with our trip. Get up this river.
Well, thanks for watching. I hope you liked Beardo's reviews. And like he said, it's time for us to hit the water. So we'll see you in a bit.